So I'm here with Coach Talbot, and we're going to walk you through the process of transferring your autoresponders over into your account, as well as any newsletters, because I've got an autoresponder for the file folder system, and then I have newsletters that I send out that's part of my connections process. The first thing you want to make sure you do, which he's already done, go up and click on your current campaign so we can get a list of those. Stan has already created a Talbot file folder system because we need a bucket for them to go into. You're going to take it from my bucket, but you have to have a bucket. So you would have created a campaign, which he's already done. And then he has Coach Talbot drip system, Coach Talbot file folder system. And so the uniqueness about GetResponse is that it has to be a unique name of your campaign, so that it enables us to do what we're about to do. So create those first. He's already done that. And then go up to messages and go down to preload. Yep, perfect. And then what you're going to do is you're going to, down here where it says change source account, you want to click on that. And basically you're going to change it to my account. Under where it says log into, you're going to change that to campaign. Perfect. And then the campaign name is just below that. That's your campaigns. Keep going. Where it's yellow, where it says Coach Talbot, you want to change that. If you're going to do the file folder system, you change that to file folder system. Or if you want to do, Stan has already copied over all of the autoresponder file folder emails. So what he wants is the drip list. And so type in drip list there, and then click on login. There is no password. And then it should load that. Say okay. It'll load that. Perfect. Now, the message types for the drip list are not autoresponders. They're newsletters. And so click on newsletter. Perfect. And now you'll see the newsletters. These are ones that I have created that I've already sent out. And so you'll have some templates here. You're welcome to use these emails. So click on message subject, and that's going to basically select all of them. So you have all of them. And now we have to figure out, now we have where it's coming from. Now we need to focus on where it's going to. And so you want to pick the right bucket to go into. Yep, that's the one there. And then you want them to be message type newsletter draft. Yep. And then click on copy all. And then so now it's copied all those, and then you click the save button, and now those messages will be in your newsletters, and then newsletters, my newsletters. And then you should see, now click on drafts at the very top, and you will see all of them in there. And there they all are. So once you actually go into these particular messages, you're going to have to go through and edit them. So if you click actions and then go ahead and click on where it says actions there, edit, because you're going to need to change the signature lines on all of the messages. And so that'll bring up the message, click on next step. Yep. And then we're going to, down towards the bottom here, this was a message that I sent out recently for a promotion that Take Shape for Life was doing. But at the very bottom, it has my contact info. And so what you can do is go in there and change all the text to what you want it to be. And then you're actually able to save it as a snippet. And so why don't you, go ahead and do that for us here. Stan Talbot. Yeah, because you're going to have to do this anyway. Certified health coach. There you go. And you are COPE certified. So COPE certified, for those of you that are watching this, is a separate, you don't just automatically become COPE certified. That is something that you actually, separate, it's a separate certification that Take Shape for Life offers. And then friend me on Facebook. So you select that, and then you change it to your Facebook site. There you go. And then program info, I have that one linked to my I Choose Optimal Health. And so it'll be whatever your co-branded website is, .ichooseoptimalhealth.com. And then there you go. And then, yep, you can change the picture. Now you probably already, so click off of it and then click back in to the photo. And then it'll give you the option to change the photo. Yep, there you go. And so Stan's probably already uploaded an image of himself from his desktop in there. So there it is. So now it's all perfect. Now what we want to do is we want to save that as what they call a snippet. And so click in, hover over the box, and then up to the right, you see a trash can, you see a page with a plus on it, and then a 4-way arrow. Yep, so click on the middle one there, and that's going to save it as a snippet. And so now you have that over here in your snippets. So for each one, you can just drag and drop that down into there. What I've done is I created one with a white background, one with a black background, and one with like a clear background. And so it depends on the message that you're sending out, which one you want to use. And you can see Stan's already done this. When you double click on that W:189, blah, 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 you can actually double click there. You can rename it so that you know which one that is, and then go from there. And so you're going to need to do that on all the autoresponders, the day 1 through 4 emails, everything. You're going to have to go in and change that so that it has your contact info on there, and then do that on the newsletters as well. One of the things about the newsletters with the connections process email is you go and you make a connection with somebody, you share your information, you do all that. At the end, you're going to have an email and a phone number and probably their Facebook information. And so you're going to follow up with an initial email, which doesn't really have anything to do with this system. You may or may not, but usually it's just an email. I usually send them the health assessment, the I Choose Optimal Health non-branded website, and usually a little video, an inspirational video of somebody's success. Just real basic generic information about the program. And then you send that off to them, you follow up with a phone call. Usually it's 2 or 3 touches, and if they just aren't responding, then the connections process gives you a off-the-hook script. And so you want to invoke that. But during your original connection, you've actually said, can I update you occasionally on how things are going? And so that's what I use the drip list system for. And this is a manual process where you can create these newsletters. The newsletter at the top usually has a before and after picture. Actually, why don't you go to one of those? So click on Next Steps or Save As at the bottom. And you can see where at the bottom there, Save As. Oh, yep, there you go. Save as a draft. Right, so now the work that you've done is being saved. So click on that. Yep. And now in the top right-hand corner, click on the little power button next to mobile preview. Over to the way right, all the way. Keep going. There you go. That's just going to get you out and take you back to the campaign. Click OK. And let's go ahead and load up. Go to Messages again. And then go down to My Newsletters. And if you don't find anything in here, right above there where it says Talbot Drip System, make sure you're in the right campaign because you have 2 campaigns. But let's go ahead and go down to November 30th email. Yep. And then click on Actions and Edit. And then scroll down. Yep. Next step. And this is where you're going to go into these messages that I've already created. And essentially, it's just a photo. The subject line is usually something catchy. It's a basic before and after photo with the disclaimer. And then scroll down a little bit. And I'm trying to basically, if you think of someone this reminds you of, please forward it to them. So they may see that picture and say, oh, that looks like Aunt Jane, or oh, blah, blah, blah. And then we have a little way to forward it to them. So that's actually on the right where it says social sharing in your templates on the right-hand side there. Yeah, click that.
Social, oh, okay.
Yep. And then you see all these things. You can just drag and drop those over there. And if you've set your account up properly, like if they click like, it's going to take it, that's going to be an email that came to them, and that's going to like this message on their page, or they can tweet it, or they can pin it, and that's going to go to their their information. And then if they click forward, it's going to pull up their email program, and then it's going to forward the message to that person. So I like having those in there. And then it's a little story, and then it's my information. So it's real basic stuff. But you want to have a call to action to say, hope this inspires you, hope you're doing awesome. Remember to forward this to someone you think about, and here's my information at the bottom, you know. So that's just an idea of what to have in them. Before and after photo. That photo, make it a little bit of a variety. Sometimes have women, sometimes have men, older, younger, different walks of life. Sometimes you'll have a healthy person. Sometimes you have a weight loss story. Sometimes, you know, there's lots of different things you can do. But you're going to create these newsletters. And actually, let's go ahead and do this for you. At the bottom, let's swap out the signature line. So hit the garbage can and then go back to my snippets. And then drag one over there, probably maybe the black one because it's a black background. And there it is. You see how easy that is and how good looking it is. And then now click on next step. And also on the right-hand side, it's showing you how it looks on a mobile device. So that's kind of fun. Next step, and let's just schedule this bad boy to bust out of here. So you can click on which campaign. So you can choose you know, how many contacts. You haven't imported anybody, but you would just click that checklist. Let's go ahead and on the left there where it says Coach Talbot, you have one contact in there, it looks like. Click on that.
What if I wanted on the drip system?
Oh, you then click both of them. Actually, I send out my newsletters to everybody that's a current client and all of my pre-clients. So I select both campaigns. So go ahead and
since I don't have anybody in my Talbot drip system yet, that's why it's not appearing. Is that
right?
Okay.
Yeah, you haven't added contacts in there. Yep.
Okay,
So it's going to tell you how many subscribers there are, which there should be 8, and then click on next step.
Okay.
I just want to show you how to schedule this out. You don't have to actually do this right now. And then we want to set schedule. This is some really important stuff. So click on schedule there.
And it says November 30th. Should I?
Well, it doesn't really matter. That's just the name of it. And then here's a couple important pieces here. Turn on time travel. Time travel makes sure that it's delivered at the same time no matter what time zone you're on. And the best time, emails are read the most between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. And so if you click on delivery, date, and time, click in that little box there, and it's going to give you some sliders. So pull those over to 8 a.m. Yeah, and then the minute, slide it all the way to the left, or 8:30, whatever, anytime in there. And then you can click on, so tomorrow, so maybe this was going to be delivered tomorrow. Go ahead and do it, and you can reschedule this later. 20, yep, click done. Now this message is going to go out tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. on the East Coast, Central, West Coast, doesn't matter. And then click send. Nothing's going to happen. It's going to say it's scheduled and ready to go. Well done. And so you can go back in and update those now. But if you don't do anything, that message will go out tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Here's the nice thing about that is you can spend maybe a Saturday creating like 4 or 5 of these, and you can schedule it to go out on the 1st and the 15th of February, the 1st and the 15th of March. So you kind of just preload them, and they're just going to go. You know, it's set it and forget it. And so that's the way the system works.